car is almost done. It's about 99% done, but the coolest part I think about the Z's and G's, but the sedan, you hold down the unlock button and bang goes the windows, baby.
Go bango.
Hot day. We don't see hot days here in Washington, but if I was in Arizona or Cali or something like that, you know what I'm saying, I could pull down the windows, just a click of a button. So I just did one quick wash. You guys know in the last video, this is my 04 6-speed G35 that I'm going to be putting a 350Z in, 350Z front end on, and this will be the 350Z limo, first in the world. So there's a couple things I found out about since the last video, and you can see right here, right off the Bizac, this passenger side windshield wiper isn't there. It also doesn't work. Damn, look at this rear end. That is fire. Look. Hi. The paint on this thing is immaculate. It actually, I actually kind of feel bad that I'm going to be painting this car a crazy color and swapping the front end, but you guys already know. This front end looks like shit. This is one of the ugliest front ends I think Nissan ever came out with. Like, look at that Honda over there. That Civic right there, front end is nicer. This Prius front end is nicer. This looks like some Jurassic Park ass shit, man. This is so ugly to me. But the rear end is fire. So I had a little question I wanted to show you guys. For when I do the whole crazy setup and stuff, I wanted to delete these lights. I'll put up a picture of something I Photoshop right here. And I think it looks kind of weird, but that's what I'm kind of going for. I want somebody to pull up on me and be like, what the hell is that? Make it look like an Accord pulls up, got the Z front end. It's gonna ruin everyone's day. It's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be like, what is going on? We still gotta get over to the interior. You can see that it's really dirty. I don't have an aux on my phone because the new iPhones don't come with auxes, so I got my old iPhone 4 right there, using it as an iPod, and it works amazing. But I mean, you can throw all that stuff away and we can go hit the vacuum when I drop you off.
All right. We got some change here for the vacuum.
Nice. Down there? Oh, sick. Dude, those look like Davy Jones coins. So yesterday I didn't film anything, but I did two things to the car. You guys know it's misfiring. I found out that where it was misfiring, and it's actually misfiring from the 5th cylinder, the middle on the passenger side. I don't know if it's a 5th cylinder, but it's misfiring. It's just running on 5 cylinders. But it's misfiring, like I said on that one. I swapped coils with another cylinder, and then the coil wasn't the problem because it was still misfiring the same cylinder. And then I bought a spark plug and I replaced that. So that kind of tells me that it's probably a dead cylinder. It is. Is it a full bang?
Full bang.
Oh, nice, man. I'm saving money by the bunch.
Yeah.
Gang.
I don't know. You can throw it away.
No, I'll drink it. So I assume that probably a cylinder is probably dead. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this engine because the valve seals are spitting smoke. I drove it to work today. I probably put around 100 miles on it so far, and I mean, it runs just like how it is when I got it, but it does go through oil like crazy. So I actually found a crazy deal last night for a 350Z that's being parted out. I'm trying to buy the whole car for a good deal, and if all goes right, then I'm gonna get an amazing deal on an automatic red 350Z, and with that, it'll come with the whole front end. I still plan to do some different stuff with the front end, but having the whole front end for a really good deal will save me a lot of time. It'll be able to at least be able to mock up it and then see what I need for when I go, what I really want, which is like a Nismo bumper and HR headlights and a hood. But we'll see how it looks. So with that new car, if I do get that 350Z that's being parted out, it also has a fresh engine inside, which means the engine, I can keep the engine, put that in this, keep the front end, and then all the rest of the Z I will part out. It's basically a full Z. It has leather seats, and I don't want leather seats in the G. I just want I want cloth seats. I want cloth 350Z seats in here, but it does have a Z steering wheel. I might want to put that in there too. But yeah, we'll figure it out. If I don't get it, I don't get it, but I'm gonna try to put a deposit on it later today so I can pick it up this Friday. And I know if I come up with the money, your boy Austin can tow it home for me for show, Z. I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like before it was washed, but damn, this is a straight up gangster mobile. This is a drug dealer mobile, huh? Yeah, we did get it from downtown Gresham, so look at them wheels, dude. You know somebody was like 17 and had this car and was like, Mom, I want these exact wheels. These wheels would go perfect. Black and chrome, black and chrome, black and chrome, black taillights, mint. We got the boys sleeping in the car. It's been a few days since we washed this thing, and it's already dirty again, but I had a real big bummer. You can see right here. I was so proud of this car not having any chips in the windshield, and I got a dang chip today driving to Portland. But we're chilling. You guys know about this door panel. This thing looks really ugly. But Austin hooked me up with some fabric, whatever this stuff is, and it should fix this thing pretty good. So before I try to fix this little door panel thing, I wanted to show you guys what I did last night. So this side headlight didn't work at all, and I wanted to replace the bulb, so I bought a low beam because that's one that wasn't working. And you can see right here there's some moisture in it. If you look through the back, I don't know if you can see, but there's no cover up there. So there's water getting straight into the headlight, which is no good. And it's unplugged right now because I wanted to see if the bulb was broken. So I replaced the bulb, and then shortly after I replaced it, it duped on me. But I actually got some super good news on that 350Z that I wanted to buy. She's actually holding it to me so I can buy it this Friday. So this Friday, if all goes well, I'm going to be picking up that donor Z for the front end and the engine, and everything else will be parted out. So if you guys need any 350Z parts, it is a red DE. Hit me up and I can pretty much ship out anything besides the front end and the engine. So what I'm going to try right now, this has really been bugging me. This looks really ugly. So I have this fabric glue I showed you guys earlier, and I'm going to try to put a little bit on there, go slowly, and then the last part I'm going to try to like credit card in there. Hopefully it all works. I don't even understand how this could even fail like that, because every other door is mint, so it makes no sense. But I assume somebody was just tugging on this, and yeah, I'll figure it out. So let's get the camera mounted, and then let's get this thing opened. Let's see what it smells like. Oh. I don't know how this stuff comes out, but I'm sure it just pours right out. Oh. Okay, let's put a little bit, tiny little line along the whole way. Quick little update. You can see that I put all these little business cards I found in the glove department holding up this little piece. It actually looks like it's already doing pretty good, but you can see in between each business card there is like that little crack that is pushing up a little bit. After I finish all this, I think I can put a little bit of glue in there and then push that in. Actually, I think I might just do it while I'm in here and then just put another business card right here. So the one thing that I'm scared of is all these getting stuck in there, but I'm sure I can clean it up and make it look a lot better than it was, because it was straight up saggy and before. So yeah, hopefully this does a lot. No sense in getting one of those little back pieces. I'm sure they're cheap on eBay, but considering I'm getting this Z Friday, it looks like I'm actually going to be doing the front end swap pretty soon. So yeah, still got to figure out how I'm going to make this into a Z. I'm going to go upstairs and do some Photoshop with it, and then see what I can make work. Alright, it is nighttime. It's actually only like 8:30, but we're going to show you guys my plan for how to get the front end onto the G35. So it's not as easy as just bolting it up, which I'm going to try, but I'm sure it's not going to work like that. But you can see right here, I have a G35 with a 350Z front end right here. You can see that the front end is like a pearl 350Z, it's more yellow, and the car is more of an alpine white. So, not that good at Photoshop, but I can try to make it work. Come over here, this is a normal 350Z. This is what I'm getting on Friday, but it's going to be red, and it's going to be automatic. So what I'm taking from that car is the front end and the engine. So, I'm going to take the front end off, just like this. Oh, crap, like this. Take it off. Bring it over to the G35, and I'm going to plop it right here. So obviously it's a little big, so let's make this a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. Alright, so this is roughly about the same size as the G35 fender. You can see that right off the bat, the nose lined up with the nose right there. It gives it a little bit of extra space right here on the door. So what I have to do is trim this door. You can see when I trim the door, the Z fender, which is on this picture right here, you can see the Z fender and the door have a much longer of a line going, of a curve. And so that's why it's not going to be really bolt up. And that makes it so I can keep the G style of lining up to that little A pillar right there. I think that's what it's called. And also the door and the side skirt. So what I think I'm going to have to do is basically use the G fender and use this whole section right here. So when I do cut the G fender in half, I'm going to cut it like right here so I have as much space to play with as possible to extend it or to make it shorter depending on the hood length. The first thing I'm going to be doing when I do get it and I'm first mocking it up is I'm going to bolt the hood on. The hood is bolt on, and then everything else can be lined up around that. I don't know if it's going to be farther forward, that's what I'm thinking, or it could be a little bit farther inward. Somewhere along the line I have to cut this fender in half, tack weld it, and make it somewhat smooth so it flows with the car, and that's where I think it's going to be a little hard. You can see when I take away this, I used the G35 fender from about right here, and I curved it and kept the wheel arch of the 350Z, and keeping that size of the fender. And so pretty much this whole half of this fender is a G35 fender, and just about here on is a 350Z fender. I think that's how it's gonna work. If you guys have any other ideas, comment down below definitely, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna make it work. Even if it's super ugly or if it's super cool, I'm still gonna do it either way, because when you zoom out just a little bit and you take a look at that, that looks super crazy. And I showed you guys earlier, this is oh, that's the old thumbnail, but right here, this is kind of my plan for the rear end. You can see that I deleted the middle tail lights. That's what it looks like with them there, normal G35, and then when I deleted them, it kind of looks like an Accord, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's gonna be really weird. I have a lot more plans, but that's pretty much what I'm gonna be showing you guys soon, because I am getting the car Friday, and gonna definitely start mocking stuff up very soon. Before I close this video off, I kind of have a couple questions for you guys on kind of some things I want to do. So you can see these black pillars right here. I want to paint match them with the color that I want. I don't know if it's gonna be weird or not. And I'm also deleting the chrome. All that's gonna make it look way different than a normal G35, and I think it's really gonna pop. Another thing I wanted to try and do was, you can see in this picture right here, this thing has like a little ducktail. I wanted to try to make one by myself, like a DIY ducktail. I know it might be pretty hard, but if any of you guys have any ideas or anything, definitely comment down below. So that's pretty much it. Next video is going to be picking up the Red Z and kind of seeing how it's going to work. But I'm going to end it off here, guys. Have a good night. Peace out. And you guys are the best.